Good morning, Melinda. It's very nice to have this opportunity to interview you.
Good morning to you.
Melinda Ziegler, who has been with us on campus for how many years?
7 years.
7.
I thought it was only 6, but it's 7.
Does it not seem longer than 7?
No, I just am surprised that it's 7.
Well, you obviously have a background in the arts because you are our graphic artist in our communications office and will be leaving us soon. So that's why I wanted to get your story here. How did you happen to come to be our co-worker here on campus?
I've always had an affinity for the Adrian Dominicans.
And where did that start?
You know, it started when I was in college. I was ready to go to college, and I wanted to come here to go to Siena Heights for art because I knew their art program was very good. So there's always been some bit of a trace with the Adrian Dominicans.
But you did not end up coming to Siena?
No, because my father said I could go to any college I wanted to as long as it was Michigan.
University of Michigan.
Yes, he had a long line of Michigan fans.
So, and that was your major?
I majored in design and photography at Michigan. Mm-hmm. So
and you've used that your whole life?
All my whole life. It's been it's like going to work every day but not really going to work because I like what I do so much.
Were you ever into photography?
Yes, yes, I took a double major. Oh. I took advertising and photography both. Mm-hmm. I tried interior design for a while. My father said it would be better for a woman. Of course, this was in the 60s. Yeah. But I hated it, so I transferred back into graphic design again.
And then married and had these beautiful adult children now?
I do. 4 children, 3 daughters and 1 son. The last one was married last weekend, as a matter of fact, so they're all married happily and launched.
And how many grandchildren so far?
Oh, you know.
Yes.
You just know. Last year, my first grandchild was born, a girl, and she lives in Chicago. And this year, my second grandchild, a grandson, was born to my son, and he lives in Jacksonville, Florida. Of course, I'm far, far away, and when I retire, I will go back to somewhere between 2 children, kind of equidistant between Chicago and South Bend.
Can't wait to be an active grandma.
It's time.
Yes.
It's time for me to do that. It's something I've always wanted to enjoy, and it's time.
So
I hate to leave, though.
Oh, I'm sure. Somewhere along the line, you found that there was a place for you here on campus. How did that come about?
You know, I was sitting at my computer at home, and I had registered for Indeed jobs, or Indeed, the online presence. And I noticed the Adrian Dominicans were looking for someone. I looked into it, and it was a graphic designer, and I thought, this is heaven sent. This is just a win-win. So I applied immediately to Lou Martin and sent my resume in and sent my projects in and my portfolio and was interviewed. And I was surprised to have gotten the job, frankly, because I was pretty darn old.
Well, congratulations, and thank you for saying yes. Thank you for saying yes. What do you love about working here on campus?
You and the people
collectively
like
you.
The collectively you, the Adrian Dominicans. There is a charism the Adrian Dominicans have, which is just, I've fallen in love with you from it. It's the joy and the kindness and the gratitude that you always proclaim for the work that we do as co-workers. And I've realized through the Adrian Dominicans that it's okay to be a strong woman, which is not necessarily popular, but I'm proud of how courageous the Adrians are. and how when you do things, you do them well, you do them without fear, you do them with graciousness. And how could I not fall in love with you?
Is there any particular Adrian Dominican that has touched your life in a way no one else has?
So many of you have,
Mm-hmm.
in so many different ways. Of course, Barb Chenisek was my sponsor for Associate Life. She made me work hard. So we would meet every time, and before we started, we each had brought something to the table. She used to set the table, you know, very like this, and she would have the cold glasses ready, and I would bring 3 beers.
One for you.
1.5 for each of us. So we had a cold beer. She says, "Oh, that's great." And then we would start with a very in-depth training for religion, for Adrian Dominican Associates.
Were you surprised at her sudden death?
I was just devastated. I found out about it when I was in Bahrain.
Bahrain?
Yeah. My co-grandmother and I had just finished going to Turkey for 5 days, and then we came to Bahrain to see our kids. And my son
That's
and
where your
daughter-in-law-
son...
both my son and daughter-in-law were there in the Navy. And during the time, I learned of her death. And, you know, it was such a grievous, such an unbelievable sorrow. And I cried a little bit, and the 4 of us sat together, and we sang, "May the angels welcome you to paradise." And I love that. And then we went outside with a cold beer and sat by the water. Because I think
She would have loved that.
She would have loved that, yes.
Oh,
But what a wonderful woman to have had an opportunity to know in that regard. There are many others.
Who have you gotten to know through your ministry as a graphic designer?
Well, I've gotten to know Elise Garcia really well as my boss. I mean, you can't beat Elise. Well, maybe, I don't know. There's our new boss.
Yes,
Who's
yes.
wonderful. But working with Elise has been a real gift because she's so honorable and she's so humble in what she does. And she's just a terrific, I've never had a boss like her. She's an amazing woman, very bright, very courageous, and I've gotten to know her quite well with this. And Kathleen Shantz has had such an influence on my presenting the Adrian Dominicans as I have had to do, because she has such a wonderful sense of the artistic and of the flowing,
Yes.
you know.
You could appreciate
I
that.
appreciate it very much.
And you have, I know it's a group effort, but you have a major part in doing our yearly, exactly what do we call it?
Well, one is the annual report.
Annual report.
And then right now is the finance report.
Oh.
Those are 2 biggies.
Oh my, oh my.
Yeah.
Yes. That could be an 80-hour-a-week job.
That is a very difficult job.
Yes.
There's a lot to do with that. Both of them are.
Yeah.
But over the years I've been here, I think we've changed the idea of what the annual report is from talking about the people and the Adrian Dominicans and what they do and who they are. And that began with Elise's idea with Kathleen. And then we've furthered it now with the development so that we can incorporate all of development with that.
That was a beautiful yearly report, annual
thanks.
report.
That's my swan song.
And that just doesn't take a week to do.
No, it takes a couple of months. I mean,
At least.
some of these pieces we have 20 iterations, you know, and they're difficult, but they're all collaborative. And with Barb Kelly and Sheila and Ashley and our boss, our new boss Angie. So and with input from the development department.
Well, not only will you be incredibly missed, Melinda, because of your spirit and your beautiful presence, but I'm sure you're going to leave part of your heart here come the end of January, correct?
Most definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely. I have been so grateful to have been associated with all of you so closely, especially, you know, through all the little projects that I do, but just in as friends, because you're an amazing bunch of women and you don't give yourselves enough credit.
There's a wonderful feeling, though, among the co-workers, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Yes, I mean, there's a happiness and there's a joy among them.
There is. You all are always supporting us and encouraging us, and your spirit of gratitude is always welcomed, and it helps us to do our job better than we may have, and I appreciate that.
I've always feel that there's no separation like you might have in other situations, like a hierarchical. It's like we're all in this together.
We're a team.
Yeah, we're a team.
Yeah, I feel very much
Yes.
that our communications department is a team, and we're a team with a general counsel. I mean, it's all teamwork, and you foster that, you Adrian Dominican.
And now the Amy Palmer's development office and Ray Casey with the technology. It's all what I say, a well-oiled wheel.
Well, hopefully, most of the time. It has a few little kinks in it once in a while.
But those are few.
They are few, and I'll tell you what, the co-workers are happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. I mean, it's not like you Adrian Dominicans don't make us work hard.
No.
we earn our keep. But you always do it with such graciousness and with such expectation of our best, and I like that.
And you'll stay in touch with us from where are you going to call home?
I think I'll call Michigan City home.
Lovely.
It's between Chicago and South Bend.
And not far from Adrian.
And I will be coming back to my wonderful mission group.
Oh.
So because I'm an associate, I did that on purpose, really on purpose, because I couldn't stand to leave you all. And I feel that will keep us connected.
Well, many in your mission group, I presume, are artistically inclined.
Oh my gracious, Barb Cervenka and Rita and Barb and holy cow, it's just a wonderful group of vibrant women, and we may not always agree, but then again, that's good.
That's our Dominican spirit.
It is your
It
Dominican
is.
spirit.
Well,
I
thank
love
you
it.
for your time today. And
I'm glad.
Blessings on the next leg of your journey.
Thanks,
God
Jody. I
bless
appreciate
you.
it very much.
Thank you.
And it's been a great, great blessing to me to have been associated with all of you.
Thank you.